Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of B is for Build. In today's episode, we're working on building the world's second manual Lamborghini Huracan. So we're working on the off-road Huracan and we gotta mount our Graziano transaxle to the engine and then get that all mounted into the chassis. So that's the challenging part, is they don't have chassis mounts for that thing. We gotta build and fabricate and cut and do all that stuff to make room for the Graziano transaxle. This is a manual transaxle out of a Lamborghini Gallardo, so it will be the world's second Lamborghini Huracan that is a manual. Stay tuned. Before we get started, I want to take a second out to thank our sponsor. Today's episode is sponsored by Bespoke Post. It's a monthly membership club delivering awesome boxes of like top shelf goods from kind of under the radar brands. And they've got it set up so you can order from kind of different flavors of life. They've got outdoor, they've got bar, they've got style picks, all sorts of great stuff. So they just sent me my monthly box and asked me to unveil it on camera. So I have not opened this thing yet. I love the packaging because it's got a B on it, and you know, B today is for Bespoke Post. Let's see what we got in this thing. Oh, this is really cool. Oh man, so you know, it was just Christmas, but this feels a lot like Christmas. So in this box right here, I got a starter stone. So this is probably more of an outdoor theme one, and I camp a lot. So I got a starter stone. What I really like is this is a solar lantern. So you leave this out in the sun, click it, and you get it. Get some like lantern action, trifold camp shovel, and a military compass. I'm gonna mount this in a vehicle somewhere. And I got another box. Oh, this one has tape on it. Where do we keep the knives? So I'm guessing this is more of a travel-oriented box. And so we got some kind bars, and then we have this really cool thing. This bag is called the Weekender. I'm actually traveling this week to St. Louis to go. I didn't just drop everything right there. Anyways, we're going to St. Louis to get an engine for the Huracan, and this bag will be great for that. So this is a really cool canvas bag, nice heavy-duty leather straps. You can tell it'll last forever. I just found a knife. The other box had a knife in it too. That's cool. I should have used that to open the other box. That would have been a great integration. One day, when I'm good at this, I'll do those things. And they have tons of flexibility. So if you want to pause for a month, or you want to return your box, or you want to cancel your subscription, there's no problem, there's no commitments, it's all very hassle-free. So if you want to check out Bespoke Post and get one of these awesome boxes for yourself, or maybe buy it as a gift for someone that you love, check out the link in my description right down here and use promo code BUILD, and you're going to get 20% off your first box. And once you click that link, make sure you scroll down to the bottom of the Bespoke homepage, and they're going to have you take a little quiz, and it's going to help them like build a box around your lifestyle and what you like the best. I don't know how they got my box so like dead on, but that was pretty awesome. I'm very happy about that. Huge thanks to Bespoke Post for sponsoring this episode. Let's get down to work. All right, get started on transmission mounting. Transaxle, actually. It's a transaxle when it goes back and it has the differential built into it and shoots axles out the back. Mid-engine cars have transaxles. So the first step in this type of build process when you want to mount a transaxle is you gotta get the engine out of the car. Luckily, Oscar's already done that. So here's our mock-up engine, and then this is kind of the secret sauce right here. This is the adapter plate that adapts from the LS to the Graziano transaxle. Graziano transaxles are what are run in the Audi R8s, the early Audi R8s, and the Lamborghini Gallardos. So ours is off of a manual Lamborghini Gallardo, so it has a little bit different gearing that is actually better for this application, and it will bolt up to this adapter plate. So it's going to go, first we'll go ahead and get the adapter plate bolted on, and then we have to get the clutch, flywheel, slave cylinder, those types of things all bolted into there, complete the little package, and then we can bolt the transaxle on. Oscar's got the adapter plate on there, and then the slave cylinder is right here. So when we press down our clutch, this thing expands, and well, clutch pedal, this thing will expand and hit the pressure plate on the clutch to help disengage it. Or actually, it'll fully disengage it. Anyway, so one thing that happens with these things is this is a Lamborghini transmission, and it's for all-wheel drive application. So you can see that little drive shaft there, that's the front drive shaft, and it sticks out more. So we have the stick out from there, which is that much. and then you have an inch wide adapter plate, and we got to take the rest off of our oil pan. Luckily, this oil pan that we want to run, the Corvette one, has a little room left in it right about there. So Oscar's gonna come in here with a flap disc and bring that down, and that'll clearance out enough room for our drive shaft. And someday we'll find a way to build one of these custom oil pan, and then we'll shoot that drive shaft forward, and it'll be awesome. One day. You know, the 4th or 5th Huracan LS swap. Everybody in the comments is like, no! Aluminum dust, the unhealthiest crap in the world. All right, so this is the channel that has been made, a little bit of grinding out of useless material there on the oil pan, and then that will make room for that. So we're gonna go ahead and test fit these two things together. We were gonna put the clutch, flywheel, and starter ring in there, and then we realized we don't have the starter ring. So yeah, there's no point. This is just gonna be a test fit. Our design this time is gonna be a lot different, so it's gonna allow for the trans to come off and leave the engine in the vehicle. Important thing we learned on the first time going around on this. So we're gonna go ahead and mate these two things together, bolt them up, and then we'll be able to work it over towards the vehicle. Transaxle is mounted to the engine, and we've got the engine kind of back in its home, and now we need to remove some material from the back here so this whole unit can come down, and then we're going to be working on fabricating and designing the mounts that are going to mount the transaxle back here, or hold the transaxle where it is. So what we have to do is the same thing we did on the Huracan. We got to take a cut out of this back rail. It's going to allow the transaxle to drop down, and then we'll focus on the reinforcement side of that. So let's go ahead and make that cut. The cut has been made. You gotta cut a lot out of this back section to be able to drop the trans, because the trans kind of goes through like this. We've got it smack dab in the exact right spot based off of our measurements from the last build, we know, so our axles will go through. Interesting thing about this trans axle is it's off to one side a lot further than it is over here. It's just fun fact. So then came the design phase, and Oscar and I put our heads together and figured out what we want to do. So these pieces are going to get capped back in flat. So like Oscar's already cut a template for over here, you know, something like that, makes that all nice and flat. And then we're going to build brackets that bolt in here, here, and on the back, and have flat right here. And then a bar is going to come out and go over the transaxle and then back into over there. And then something's going to hang down into a bushing and a mounting plate that's going to bolt into here. So we're going to get all those different little pieces fabbed up, and then we can start tack welding everything together and see how it looks. It's a different design than what we did on the Huracan, but the problem with the Huracan right now is that if we want to take the transaxle out for any reason, like say to swap the clutch or something like that, we actually have to take the whole engine and transaxle out, and that's quite an ordeal. It takes like almost a day to do that swap. This being race oriented, we're learning from our mistakes on the previous build, and we're making it so this bar can unbolt and the brackets from the transaxle can unbolt, and we should be able to then just slide the transmission back a little bit to get it unhooked from the clutch and then pull it straight off. So it'll be faster and better, and then maybe we can actually migrate this decision and this design over to the other build as well. Oscar went ahead and welded in our top kind of replacement reinforcement plates here, and then you can see he's working on the construction of this piece here. So there's that flat piece of bolts in there, that piece that goes there, a backing piece that goes there, and then I polished our tube because I'm good at that.
It's not cut the side yet.
Is that? That's backwards too. Aha! You may be stronger than me, but my brain is stronger than yours. So it's not cut to size yet, but we got this tube that goes around there and is going to connect up to each one of these pieces. So we'll get everything kind of put together, tacked up, and see if it'll come back out of the car like we think it will. We decided to change the plans real quick. So Oscar's got these pieces cut out for both sides, and then you just saw him cut out this piece that covers over here, and that is 3/16 inch steel. And that's because we actually decided that we're gonna go piece here, here, and here, and then we're gonna send bolts down through here, and then capture it with another piece of 3/16 inch steel on the bottom. And then we decided we need a lot of protection for this transaxle to make sure that it doesn't hit the ground in any weird way, or we don't get rear-ended in any weird way. Say a race car's coming up with, behind us really fast and the tire wants to come in here, we don't want it gripping onto the transaxle in any way. So we decided we were thinking about how to build some sort of a rear bumper protection. So we're going to go off of the OEM rear bumper mounts right here. So that's what I'm going to get started on right now. Oscar's going to continue to finish this out, and he'll have that bar in here pretty quickly. And then what I'm going to be doing is squaring these off. I'll probably have to re-weld this cap on here, and then we're going to build a sleeve that slides over this 3/16 inch steel once again, sleeve that slides over this and can bolt in, and then we're going to bend a bar that comes around here that protects our transaxle, working as kind of a rear bumper bash bar. It's going to come out and around, and then we're going to integrate the two bars, this one and this one, with kind of a gusset plate right here. So it'll be a whole unit that unbolts from here and unbolts from here and here, and then slides off the back. Oscar fabbed up the transmission mounts themselves with the rubber isolators in them, so we went ahead and just killed a pair of M5 shocks, like the OEM ones, that we replaced and cut the rubber bushing off the bottom of them, and then welded it to this plate. Same type of thing that we did actually with the burnt con. So these bolt in right here, and then our bar is going to come across, and then we're going to have a plate that dives down, and the bolt and the nut flies through there. Only problem is we didn't have enough real estate over here. We ran out of space, so we're going to go ahead and cut a little bit more out of this back section here. I've got the two ends capped off, so they're all good to go, and I'm going to be working on the slip pieces that are going to slide onto here and bolt through the railing. Oscar just wrapped up fabbing up the trans mount, and as you can see, he did a great job. So what we did here was these are like these little dive downs that hook into our insulated kind of rubber bushings, and then on the back of these, it's kind of hard to see. Well, you can see right there, put some gusseting in there, makes it a little bit stronger for these tabs. So we're gonna go ahead now. Oh, and while that was going on, I got these covers for the railings done. So we're gonna go ahead and throw the trans mount in here now and slide some bolts through, and then we'll be able to pull our hoist off, and the engine and trans will be sitting on its own. All right, the engine hoist is out of here, which means the transmission is mounted. How well do we have the whole vehicle mounted? Can I stand on it? Nothing dangerous happened yet. Yeah, so the transmission is mounted into the vehicle. That's a pretty damn cool mount. Some of our other stuff just arrived, so we got the clutch and the starter ring and all that good stuff to throw in there. And the really important thing about this, the reason why we changed the design and why we did this is because now we can take the transaxle away from the engine without having to take the engine out of the vehicle. So that's a pretty important upgrade that we made. In the next episode, we will finish out that rear bumper. We just kind of ran out of time. So this is also pretty cool because now it allows us to be able to measure from our hub of the transaxle to the hub of the wheel, and now we can order axles. That's probably our last big piece of the puzzle that we have to special order. Fuel cell was a crazy one, but we got super lucky and got a fuel cell today, so we're going to be able to have one of those in time for the race. We have about a month and 2 weeks at this point, maybe a month and 3 weeks until the race. So yeah, let's hope we can get axles made quickly. So we're gonna go take those measurements right now, and I'll start ordering those up tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for tuning in. In the next episode, we got some fun stuff that we're doing with the doors. You guys are gonna love it. I'll see you guys then. Peace!